There comes a time in life when we feel like we're running in circles, unable to break free from a seemingly endless cycle of mediocrity. It's as if we're caught in a whirlpool, with each attempt to swim out only pulling us deeper into its vortex, leaving us exhausted and despondent, with our goals appearing no closer. Many of us have felt this paralyzing grip of stagnation, the persistent sense that despite our utmost efforts, we're just not moving ahead. It can wrap us in a blanket of despair, heavy and suffocating, causing us to question our worth and abilities. However, it's crucial to remember that it's perfectly normal to feel this way. It's all right to struggle, to question, to harbor doubts. These feelings are not a manifestation of weakness, but a sign of your desire for change, for growth. Remember, the first step towards change is recognizing the need for it. Wake up, work in a job that brought no joy, come back home, sleep, and repeat. The same droning routine, day in and day out, was not just monotonous, but it was chipping away at my spirit. I was stuck in a rut and I saw no way out. The frustration was unbearable. The more I tried to change the situation, the more trapped I felt. This constant pattern of stagnation wasn't just affecting my professional life, but it was beginning to seep into my personal relationships. I was turning into a mere shadow of myself, losing sight of my identity and what I truly desired from life. I was caught in a spiral of negative thoughts. The more I dwelled, the deeper I sank. The struggle was real, and it was eating away at me, causing me to question my worth and potential. The impact was profound. I was simply going through the motions, leading a life of quiet desperation. But the turning point came when I decided to take control and break free from this cycle. I realized that the power to change my life lay within me. I was not a victim of circumstances, but a creator of my own destiny. I had the power to break the cycle, and so do you. Escaping from the cycle is tough, but it's certainly not impossible. Imagine yourself in a maze, running around in circles, unable to find the exit. This maze is your cycle, and breaking free requires a map. This map is self-awareness. You must first admit that you're stuck in a loop and understand the patterns that keep you there. Then, you must commit to change. It's like making a promise to yourself. This promise should define your goals and the steps you plan to take to achieve them. Remember, this isn't a competition against time or others. It's a journey of self-discovery and growth. Think of these as the breadcrumbs that will guide you out of the maze. Each breadcrumb is a tiny action or a slight shift in mindset that moves you away from the cycle. For example, if you're stuck in a cycle of procrastination, a small step might be setting aside a specific time each day for focused work. Change is a slow process, similar to the changing of the seasons. There will be setbacks, times when you feel like you're back at square one. But don't lose heart. Persistence is the key. Remember, progress is not always a straight line. It can be a slow crawl or a sudden jump. But as long as there's movement, as long as there's progress, you're on the right track. So don't be disheartened by the slow pace of change. Celebrate every small victory, every breadcrumb found, every step taken towards breaking the cycle. Remember, progress may be slow, but as long as there is progress, you're on the right track. Now it's your turn to start the journey of breaking your cycle. Just as a seedling breaks through the soil, reaching for the sun, you too can break through the barriers that have kept you in this repetitive cycle. Every journey, no matter how long or challenging, always starts with a single step. It's the first step that sets the pace for the journey ahead. In the same way, changing your direction begins with one small, manageable shift. It could be as simple as waking up 5 minutes earlier, or taking a brisk walk during your lunch break. It doesn't matter how insignificant these actions might seem. They mark the beginning of your journey towards change. It's these small, consistent steps that eventually lead to major transformations. The first step might seem daunting, but it's the most important part of the journey. It's the step that signifies your readiness to change, your willingness to break free from the cycle that has held you back. So take that first step. It doesn't matter if it's small. It doesn't matter if you stumble. What matters is that you start. You have the power to transform your life, to break free from the repetitive cycle. It's your time to break free from the cycle and start moving ahead. You can do this. You are capable. You are resilient. And most importantly, You are not alone on this journey. So take a deep breath, muster your courage, and take that first step.